Okay, hi, welcome to this Reiki Infused Yin Yoga session. Hi, I am Sarah Evans. I'm based in Sheffield, UK, and I've been here on Learn It Live for over 2 years. Been teaching yoga for over 10 years now, actually. And I'm also a Reiki master, and I'm absolutely thrilled to take part in the Learn It Live Spring into Soul into Spring into Soul, I can't remember, a symposium. But today's practice is going to be calming and restful. So the Yin practice is focused on the kidney meridian, in case that's of interest to anyone, which runs from your foot up through your ankle, inner leg, all the way up your body to about the clavicles. And don't worry if that means nothing to you or you're not interested, but just to say that it is focused on reducing anxiety, finding inner peace, and the Reiki is going to be focused from top to bottom, head to toe, but heart centered in particular. And we're actually going to be going through some poses which are heart opening and heart melting. You'll get the picture in a minute. Um, so the only thing you really need is a stack of pillows. Like if you have a yoga bolster and two blocks, brilliant. But if you don't, please grab four-ish pillows to off your bed or whatever, because it's nice to be able to rest into things when we're doing Yin yoga. About Yin yoga, so in case anyone's brand new to this, so obviously people know Yang yoga, which is more energetic, using your muscles, getting your heart moving, that sort of thing. Yin is the opposite. It is very calm, it's very still, it's very cool and feminine and whatever else. And there's three main tenets of Yin yoga. One is to go into a comfortable depth where you feel like something's happening, but it's not too strong, just comfortable and you're finding an edge. Um, Also, it is about finding stillness in your body and in your mind, ideally. And then finally, we rest in each pose for quite some time. So you'll see we'll kind of ease through this gently and with ease. And then on the Reiki side of things, if you're new to Reiki, don't fear. Reiki is just a universal energy that I get to send from through me to you. And Reiki energy doesn't know anything about time or space. It ignores any of laws of physics, basically, which is why I can send Reiki to you and you're on the other side of the world to me. And also, if you're on the recording, you can watch it in 6 months' time, in 6 years' time, and you'll still receive the Reiki healing. Okay. And if you've not experienced Reiki and you're just like, what is this? Just be open, just be open to it. I do find that at the very least you will sleep better tonight. Okay. That's what everybody says. But okay, I think that's everything I wanted to say. Oh yes, and in the notes, I've put the next two classes links. I have a Reiki and guided meditation session next week. We're going to be doing astral travel. Looking forward to that. And then in 2 weeks is the next one of these sessions, Reiki Infused Yin Yoga. Okay, so that's it. And lastly, very lastly, I did put a meditation, a background music track suggestion. I do really love crystal healing singing bowls alongside Reiki. I think it's a fun, really lovely combination. So if you don't want complete silence, then that's my suggestion. But never mind if you do want silence. Okay, on that note, we are going to ease down to the lying down position. Feel free to keep your sweaters, your socks on, get cozy. You don't want to feel cold when you're doing this. Okay, so we're just going to gently lie down on our backs, palms facing up. Just adjust your head so that your neck is nice and straight. Let your feet go out to the sides. And let's just arrive in this space. If it's comfortable to you, you can gently close your eyes. Actually, we'll do a quick physiological sigh. So I just want you on the next in breath to tense all your muscles, tense your whole body, tense, 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 tense. And then the out breath, just completely release, relax everything down. Just a nice way to kind of detensify yourself. And take a nice deep breath. And release it through the mouth with a sigh. That's good. This is time for you to rest. This is time for your self-care. Nothing to do, nothing to think about apart from this session right now. And just see on every out breath that you can just sink deeper and deeper into relaxation, just letting all your muscles go floppy. Then I would like you to bring your attention beyond your feet. And I want you to imagine on your next in breath that you're breathing through your feet and breathing up through your legs, through your torso, to the top of your head, and gently hold it. And just check you're not tensing when you're holding it. Soft tense and not tensing. And on the out breath, imagine that the energy is flowing down the back of your head, down your back, through your legs, and out through your feet. Just keep going with that, imagining you're breathing in through your feet, up your body, over the top of your head, and then releasing and it's flowing down your spine, down your legs, and out your feet. Or resolve to try and be still in your mind as well in your body through this process. If you notice a thought arising, just smile at it, just notice it, and let it fade away, float off like clouds moving through the sky. As you lie here, I'll start connecting for the Reiki, and feel free to invite in loved ones, spirit guides, if that's meaningful to you. And also feel free to request where you'd like the energy, the healing to be directed towards today. Hands on, Reiki on. So through this process, through this kind of a hybrid notion that I have of Reiki yoga, you'll notice if you're watching the video that I do some things with my hands. You can just ignore that. Just keep going with imagining the energy floating up your front, over the top of your head, and down your back. And on the in-breath, you can invite in calm, healing, invite in whatever you'd like to receive. And on the out breath, imagine you're sending out anything that you do not need, you'd like to let go of at this time. Can be anything at all. Enjoying this moment of calm and full deep body rest. Try not to fall asleep, although if you do, then that's perfect at this time. We'll get up before too long. Start moving. Actually, let's bend your knees and bring your knees in towards the chest, and you can hug your knees into the body. Give yourself a lovely supportive hug. Maybe bring up your head to meet your knees. A lovely stretch. And then keeping your hands on your knees, gently guide your knees open and then closed. And then see if you can start guiding your knees to go, making 2 circles. I just want to warm up the hips a little bit as we're going to do some open hip poses. Gently bring a bit of movement and warmth into your hips. Change direction, so change the direction that you're going in circles. That's great. You can bring your knees back together. Now when you're ready, we can just roll onto the side and gently with ease coming up to a seated position. So if you need, feel free to rest against a wall if you'd like to do that. This might prove a little challenging for some. We're going to extend our legs out and then come into a little straddle position. So it's important with yin to really just listen to your body and go to what feels good for you. Okay, so if you're very tight in the hips, if you're very tight in the hamstrings, this might be a little challenging. If it's a small opening, that's fine. Or if you're very flexible, then just go to what feels good for you. All right, and then grab your pillow stack. I want you to stack your pillows here, or if you've got a bolster, you can just use a bolster for support. Okay. All right, so just getting happy with this position, and we're going to lift out through the chest and melt forward. On the next inhale, lift your arms up and pivoting at the hips, lean forward. Again, it can be a very small amount, just until you feel like something's happening, and then see if you can lean against what you've brought. And then we're going to find some stillness and silence. Notice if you're holding on with any muscles, and see if you can just let that go, even 5% more relaxed. The good news is we won't be holding this for much longer. I know this is a little bit of a harder one for some. Just keep breathing. And then gently in for control, just release up and gently bend the knees. You might want to windscreen wiper the legs back and forth a little bit. And if you need, you can give your hamstrings a little massage. And then we're going to go back into a straddle, but this time I want you to put your hands behind you. Yeah, fingers pointing out. I'm going to lift up and melt through the heart here. Feel free to bend your knees if you need. We're just going to see if you can just tilt your head back, open up, really lead with your heart space there. And again, we won't be here for very long at all. I'm going to work on your throat while you have it nice and open. Keep breathing. Feel free to release out of it at any time if you need to. I know this one's quite tough. You can stay there a little bit longer. Okay, gently release. And I want you to close your legs, feet pointing up, a nice deep bend in your knee. I'm going to come into caterpillar pose. So again, you can, on the next in breath, lift arms with head. And exhale, just pivoting at the hips, just floating forward. And see if you can grab onto your feet. Your tummy and thighs should be touching nicely. Again, feel free to grab a pillow or your bolster to rest upon. Rest your head down into. And then if you want to deepen this pose, you can just push your heels away a little bit. But please maintain the connection between your tummy and your thighs because it supports the lower back. And while you're here, I'd like you to imagine that you're breathing into your lower back. Type of breathing called kidney breathing. The kidneys are located above the hips in the lower back. And so imagine that you're breathing into your back from here, and your back expand. Just bring your attention to the kidney area. And every in-breath, bringing in healing, restoration. And every exhale, releasing anything that's not serving you. You might notice with yin that after a couple of minutes, your body kind of melts a little deeper into the pose. That's good. That's your fascia releasing, which is what the aim of the game is. Imagine you're melting forward, your heart's melting forward. Just noticing if you're holding on to any tension in the jaw, releasing shoulders away from ears, softening the belly. This is about letting go, about surrender, about self-care. And gently controls coming upwards. Whew, I'm getting really hot, which is a good sign because it means the energy is really flowing through. Okay, and again, we're going to lean back again. And this time, it's up to you. You can just lean back with knees bent and your hands pointed upwards away from you. You can stay like this, or if you'd like to put one knee against the thigh. And again, if it's just like this, that's fine. Or if you have a bit of a deeper stretch, and we're just going to just look, gaze up towards the ceiling, opening the heart. I like to imagine them like basking in the sun doing this. She called a sitting swan pose. Swan basking in the sun pose. And if you have got one foot on knee, we're going to change your legs slowly and carefully. And again, see if you can find some stillness. And gently release. And then just open your feet out to the side and bring one foot in and then the other. So your feet are touching. Again, adjust your depth to what feels right for you. In this butterfly pose, you can flap your butterfly wings for a moment. Okay, and again, we're just adjust the sitting bones slightly. So we're leaning a bit forward. Again, you can employ your pillows. And just gently lean forward and see if to come into resting where you feel the edge. couple moments. Yeah. Good news is this is the last hip pose for the day. And gently come up. And again, if you need to windscreen wiper your legs, please do so. And then we're going to melt forward onto our front. Okay. So just to start with, let's just place one hand on the other and just rest your forehead down. And bring your big toes together. Just recalibrate a second to the new positioning. And if it feels really yummy to you, feel free to just stay here a while, that's fine. It might be nice to sway the hips side to side, lightly, just releasing back. If you like to come into a back bend, you're just going to lift up onto elbows. Just plant your elbows down and then make like a tulip with your hands. And you're going to rest your hands, rest your chin on your hands like this. And again, feel free to adjust the depth. If that feels a bit high, you can bring it down a bit. Just find a position which you can stay in for a little while. And again, noticing that your forehead's relaxed, unclench your jaw, bring your shoulders down away from ears. That's good. I find back bends really interesting when I'm doing remote Reiki, by the way. It definitely unlocks things energetically in an interesting way. See if you can hold it a little bit longer, but if you have issues with your lower back, feel free to release down anytime you need. Okay, really gently release back down to hands. And again, just take a moment here. If you'd like to, you can breathe into your kidneys again, cleansing and allowing. And then bring your hands, palms face down. And push off slightly, kind of into a tabletop position, but then we're going to release the elbows down. So your butt's in the air, and then release your forehead down to the ground into puppy dog pose. We won't stay too long here. See if you just really have a lovely stretch through your arms, lovely stretch through the back, opening and allowing. Just really release that your weight into the forehead, into the knees, into your feet. Just really surrender. Melt your heart down. That's good. And then we're just going to push back. Bring your buttocks to your heels. I'm going to rest down in child's pose. So resting your head into the ground, and again, fully surrendering into the ground. Just noticing if you're holding on anywhere, and see if you can just flop down like a ragged doll, just even 5% more relaxed. And then when you're ready, just rolling over onto your back. Again, bring the knees in towards the chest. And next inhale, squeeze your knees in a bit tighter, lifting your head up towards knees. And on the exhale, release your arms and legs out into Shavasana, palms facing up. Feel free to add blanket, eye pillow, anything else you need. Just notice how you feel in your physical body, emotional body, mental body, now in comparison to last time you were lying flat on your back at the beginning of this class. Just finishing the Reiki healing here as I pack your heart much energy, courage, and placing a peace, a symbol into every chakra on body. You might notice a trickle down effect from head to toe, an extra dose of serenity, tranquility. I want you to imagine that you're lying in a beautiful meadow. You feel the grass beneath you. Notice the wildflowers on your sides. The sky above is a deep, rich blue, sunny day. You can hear buzzing of bees, bird song, the swish of branches moving on trees. You feel the sun, the warmth of the sun across the whole front of your body. You smell the flowers and the grass. I want you to imagine that you're getting up and looking across this beautiful meadow. On the far side, you see this huge, majestic, wise oak tree. And you just walk over towards this huge, old stately tree. As you get close to it, you can see all the oak leaves, the tree. You go and stand by the tree trunk and you place your hands upon the tree trunk. Feel the warmth and energy from that tree. Feel the roughness of the bark. You get a huge sense of wisdom coming off this majestic tree. And the tree invites you to paint an image on one of its leaves of something that is worrying you, something that you fear, whatever it is, big, small. Imagine that you are putting an image on the oak leaf, depicting that, whatever it is. And it invites you to do another one, and another one. Just bring forth anything that's bothering you, anything on your mind. And just imagine you're putting the image on the different leaves of the oak tree. Keep going, more, reaching deeper into your subconscious. Just imagine you're painting these scenes, these images, whatever it is. Could be a word. To keep going. You think you're done. You stand a bit back from the tree and you look up at all the painted leaves. The tree says, "Thank you. I will transmute this energy now." As you stare up at these leaves, you notice the colour starts to turn, reds and yellows, oranges, and then browns. The leaves dry up and fall down from the tree onto the ground. Watching them all fall down from the tree until the tree is bare. There's a pile of leaves, and you watch them decay, turn into just the skeleton of the leaf, and eventually it just turns to dirt and is absorbed by the ground. And the nutrients sink deep down into the ground and return back to the roots of the tree. You look back up at this tree. It says, "Thank you for your energy." It says, "Fear is just thoughts. Don't dwell on your fears, release them, give them to me." Just notice, feel, you feel a bit lighter. You thank the tree for its wisdom. It tells you, return anytime. Then you walk back across the grassy meadow, basking in the sunlight. And you lie back down on the ground, enjoying the scene, the butterflies, birds, the wildflowers. So your session is now complete. Thank you so much. If you feel like resting a while, feel free to lay as long as you need.